Bardella, publisher of the morning Hangover, a daily tip sheet that keeps you in the know on all things country music. Kurt is also a Democratic strategist. Good morning, Kurt. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So I'm particularly interested in getting your take on this video and this song because you're a self-proclaimed country music lover, right? But you're also a Democrat here. So where do you fall on all the backlash that Aldean is getting from this single?
Well, let me just say for context, the very first country music concert I ever experienced live was actually headlined by Jason Aldean.
Oh, wow.
I have been a fan of his music since 2010. I have been to so many shows. I've met him, 7 to 10 times at this point. So I am very familiar with the music of Jason Aldean, very familiar with this genre. And I say that because there are a lot of people right now, a lot of media folks who are, mouthing off and making judgments and criticisms about country music in general, who have never spent a single second at a country music concert. And that kind of drives me nuts. That's where you get that coastal elite mentality that turns off so many people in the country music audience. They don't want to hear from those folks who have never spent time in a small town at a country show. I think that this is getting, frankly, blown out of proportion. I think
and
that
in meeting him, sorry to interrupt. And in meeting him, what did you say? 7 to 10 times, going to all his shows, loving him since 2010. Would you ever have called him a racist?
I wouldn't have called him a racist. I think that there are times where, I think this is true for everybody, where you're not fully understanding the context of what you're putting out there. You're seeing the world through kind of a certain lens and a certain prism. And when you put something out there and it's received a certain way, it kind of catches you off guard. It blindsides you to a certain degree. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now. I wish that we had a better conversation about these issues. It's not that you have to choose one or the other. It's not that you can be pro-police, but also acknowledge there are legitimate issues with police brutality and social justice in this country. It's not a choice that you have to make. I have to believe that Jason had no idea that where he shot this video, that something like that, a lynching, happened in the 1920s. I don't believe that that was something that was done deliberately. I don't think that's something that they knew. It was a place where they shot a music video.
But why is it now a problem, Kurt? I mean, as we mentioned off the top, things have been filmed in front of this courthouse before. Miley Cyrus is filmed in front of why is this now an issue? And, I grew up in a small town. I grew up in Ada, Oklahoma, population 15,000. And I watched this video, and the overarching theme of, we take care of our own, whether that's your next door neighbor or it's the entire police department down the street. And that sentiment is real. And I think there are probably more places than not across the country where this song hit home for them. So is that what critics are scared of? That we have a general election in a little more than a year, and there's no denying the reach country music has, and that it likely moves the needle more politically than other genres? I mean, is that the issue here?
Well, I think when you look at even artists who have been incredibly successful recently, Luke Combs doing the cover of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car, that's #1 right now in country music, and it was a #1 song in the country, actually, 2 weeks ago. You have artists like Morgan Wallen, who had some controversy, and his music became among the most streamed and record-breaking albums that we've had in any format of music. And now this situation with Jason Aldean. Again, I think that the difference with this song and other things that have been filmed there's imagery of protesters, the specific relationship with police. Those are things that I think in this climate bring on a different connotation, a different scrutiny, a different type of judging than your Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana type of shoot. Like this video, this song, and I think this was done deliberately, was designed to provoke a conversation. I don't think it was meant or designed to call other people out as being racist. I don't think Aldean expected that type of response.
Sure. He said this was about community. Taking care of neighbors, regardless of differences of background or belief. That's his statement there. I just think we're living in a time where everybody's offended. And, if you don't like the song, why not just change the station, change the channel? Kurt Bardella, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.